Hi, what up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Happy double to everybody. Hope you've all had a couple productive days. Hope you've all had some productive days. I have, but not like overly. As you can see, I still have some green stamina, which is somewhat embarrassing considering the past 2 days of special events overlapping. But, you know, it's the weekend. I have kids at home. Didn't have anywhere near as much time to play as you might want for this kind of event, but that's all right. We still did some good progress. I think any reason to go RP is a valid reason, Tiger. Any reason to go RP, by all means. Good morning, Churchman. All right. We're going to begin by finishing Cold Believer Bestiary. When I was up yesterday, I did Oromund West fully. So I've got Oromund West fully done. Now we focus in Carlin Cult. Still got the Lurkers to do, but it's booked for the next like 11 hours or something. So maybe I'll do that one tomorrow morning. And maybe we'll go Edron Wares after, or maybe finish Renegade. We shall see. I did Chasm Spawns for like 13 hours over the last 2 days. Really? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is a respawn that is basically always available unless someone's doing a bounty or something. Yeah, all right, fair enough. I mean, not the greatest respawn, but does the job. Does the job. You and your forks from 65 to 100. Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. You don't need 105, though. You're already good from 95. At 95, you already should have the first perk. Can't stand it. Sorry. I won't be here for long. Only about 30 minutes, I think. What world? This is Kalanta. So it's been pretty comfy. Not too many people. Been good. It's been a good event. Got quite a few magic levels. And a little bit crazy. And I definitely got more magic levels than I had anticipated, or planned, rather. Because it occurred to me that the next double is going to be September. And I thought, probably won't be playing this character by then. I don't know, maybe. But I was thinking this might well be like the last double I actually have access to. So I may as well just skill up and try and get it as close to the magic level I would like to have at the end. And yeah, at the end of this double, we're going to have magic level 94. Which, admittedly is a little higher than what an average level 200... Oh, that was a bad UE. An average level 200 MS might have, but it's also not like outrageous, if the average was like 87 or something, and we have like 94, it's not... Still not enough, I think, to be too offensive. Invalid run? Nah, stop it. Stop it. Hi, Christian, do you know if it's possible to level 3 crit on Deepling Ceremonial? 180? I don't know. Mirade provided like an exception list, and I think it wasn't on there. If it doesn't have like built-in crit through the proficiency, I think it should be possible. But I don't know if she put it on the list. I feel like she didn't. I don't remember that being on the list. And Mirade knows everything, of course. Baby Sorcerer popping off. Yeah, but the thing is, though, I'm going to be stopping it soon because I don't want to do much further. So I'm going to get it to 200, probably like tomorrow morning, maybe. Then I'll do some pre-quests. I'll do some access quests, whatever it is that I need for like some guides. But then I'm actually just going to stop. I'm going to wait for some balancing decisions because I don't want to be recording even more on this guy. So we're going to be waiting. We're going to be waiting for the developments in the balancing world. Because I don't want to waste too much effort recording stuff for it to turn out invalid. I still feel like maybe, you know, this kind of level range, maybe it wouldn't even be the end of the world still, but we'll see. We'll see how long it takes them to do some nerfs. I'll come back to this character after the first set of nerfs. Hey, Kviku, yo. You have any spots in mind for level 180 monk that aren't listed? No. Anything that I had in mind, I would list and test and include there. So, no. I don't have some secret spots that I only keep for myself, you know? Why don't buy one of the 2K plus levels? Why would I do that? What kind of... That's not very fun. That's only fun if you're a bad player and you kind of do meme gameplay, right? What fun would it be to watch me play on a 2K hunting crypt every single day? It'd be super boring, dude. Strojne? What? No, it's got nothing to do with Strojne. I didn't mean Strojne. I was just saying, in general. Is this Carlin Cults? It is, yes. And also, like, what majority of my content ultimately still isn't actually streaming. It's mostly YouTube. I'm still primarily a YouTuber rather than a streamer. And you know what exactly can I make? What content is there to make on a 2K? I'm not gonna record a 2K guide of hunting, you know, flimsies or whatever. It's laughable, right? But don't worry, if the 6th vocation comes out, we'll just hit 2K on that 6th vocation. So we'll get to play some 2K at that point. No worries. Is there a patch incoming on Tuesday? I imagine so. I mean, okay, so first of all, there's always a patch on Tuesday, okay? There's always a patch on Tuesdays, every Tuesday for years and years and years, maybe decades at this point. So yes, there will be a patch on Tuesday. Now, if you are asking if there's going to be nerfs or buffs, the answer to that is unknown, obviously. Nobody knows. Well, tips-off employees probably know at this point. And if you're asking if it's going to be nerfs, then I think it's somewhere between probable to likely. I'd give it like a I don't know, 60% chance there's going to be some nerfs on Tuesday. Maybe. Only buffs. Oh yeah, sure. Only buffs. Do you have a YouTube video about spell rotation for mages after the rebalance? I had an overall mage reaction video, almost the patch notes review, where I talked a bit about the rotations, but I am planning to remake it just specifically for the rotations, having a specific video. Now that I've been playing a lot more, I do have a better idea of what's what. But yeah, I haven't got like this specific rotation video out yet. Is it worth second tier crit imbuing on this one or bench run with Spike Sword? I think this one is better. I think Spike Sword is better until level 80 for sure. But with the changes to the mana regeneration from ones, plus being able to do second crit at least, I think it's a worthy trade-off because you actually do damage with this wand too. Can you tier a Dream Blossom wand? It's a tier 2. You could even tier this, so even the tier wouldn't be a problem, right? You could even make the tier quite easily. You think that MS is too strong and should be nerfed? I think, I don't know. I actually think MS largely is all right. I think actually MS suffers more from the fact that there's a few respawns where he's too strong. Like obviously, people like Italian Rowdy doing like ridiculous things at Crypt and Quarras and stuff. I think that is probably too strong, but I don't know whether MS deserves to be nerfed everywhere because of it, or maybe their respawns need to be adjusted. Maybe their respawns need to have their sensitivities adjusted, for example, so that MS isn't as effective there. Not sure. I'm not sure, but yeah, some of the results definitely are a little too good. But I don't get a feeling that MS is like all that powerful everywhere. You know, he is just a pure DPS class, so he should be doing a lot of damage, and I don't think that's a problem. Trust me, Sorcerer is fine. On a chest plate is better than T1 prismatic armor. Yep. Prismatic armor is only really long-term good on Paladin. Because they have poo-poo options for physical armors. Well, gnome armor is fine, but still lower than prismatic. I think MS, unfortunately, is going to suffer from the curse of having an extremely high skill cap and being able to do extremely powerful things when it's played very well. And unfortunately, what that's likely going to mean is going to get nerfed, even though the average player is probably doing nowhere near the things that MS is capable of, and is kind of being punished for it, which means that unless you are actually a really, really good player, you probably shouldn't play MS because it's going to be balanced around those players. It's kind of like in League of Legends, you have some of these like really mechanically skilled characters that are, you know, really, really good on people who can play them, and really awful on people who can't play them. But ultimately, the champion is balanced around the people who can play them. So if you're not very good at a champion, you probably shouldn't bother because you're going to be very, very bad. That makes sense. I feel like MS might be heading in a similar direction in Tibia. Best spot for Monk without best in slot 400 warboxing? Probably Ixapan Occupied Sanctuary. The stance feels lazy AF? What are you talking about? The stance feels lazy AF. The stances are really good on MS, really fun. I really like the elemental stances. I think it's like a really good implementation. I think that is exactly the kind of nice balance and implementation I would love to see in multiple vocations. MS is like the only vocation that actually has like good, interesting stances. All the other ones are very boring, I think. I'm a huge fan of what Tips off fought up with their masteries. Oh, I didn't boost up. I forgot to boost up. I had boost and stamina. Never mind. Wasted 13 minutes of possible stamina boost. Oh well. Oh well. Hey, Maveru. Now I see there's another bar to 60 kk. That's called mastery. Currently, the only thing you get for mastery, it counts towards achievements. After the rebalance, you're going to need to have mastery to be able to reroll the second perk in the proficiency with the new system. So, yeah, it's going to take a while. Hello, Krokan. The first perk can be switched without mastery. The first perk can be switched once you have like proficiency free. So basically within like 30 minutes of using a weapon. Yeah, the first perk is going to be like almost immediately available. The second perk, unless they change the mastery requirement, is going to basically not be available for majority of people or majority of the weapons, right? It'll be available to people who team hunt a lot on high levels, but it won't really be available for solo hunters mostly. I mean, I've never had a mastery on any like end game weapon. $30 and then yeah, and then almost a year of grinding, exactly. No mastermind. There we go. Thank you. I remember when I'm not streaming, but I try. I try to time it on the 10 minutes. That's why I even have the in Tibia vision. I have the timer, but I don't always look at it. But yes, sorry. I remembered now. Well, you reminded me. Thank you. Luquinho. Master Forker. What do you think about the fact that the new best in slot weapon are for level 1000? Not much. I think it's fine if they. I mean, I'd rather they were like 1000 and were an actual interesting upgrade than have another level 600 weapon that's like a side grade from Sanguine, right? I don't know if the new weapons are strong enough to justify a level 1000 requirement. But I do like the idea of making them strong enough that it makes sense to have such a requirement. But, ultimately, it's still not the same game it was, a few years ago. 1K is not that uncommon anymore. There's not like some insane requirement, lots of people will have that. One is very strong compared to Sanguine. Great. Like a T4 Sanguine. Okay. All right. I think that's fine then, right? They couldn't have made that a level 600 weapon then, could they? It wouldn't make sense. I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with it. As always, though, like EKs and stuff are a little bit more screwed over because they only get one weapon at that power level that they can't use everywhere. What do I think about Paladin? Deserves a nerf? Yep. Yep. Was increased drop rate from first backer go kill means in practice? Asking the wrong guy. Do I look like a endgame bosser and team hunter to you? I'm a filthy mid-level solo player, dude. I'm a new vocation abuser. Well, but the thing is, Paladin is super strong like everywhere. And I don't really get a feeling that MS is super strong everywhere. He's much better and much more versatile than he used to be. But I do feel like it is mostly just a few respawns that are really offensive on the MS. As on Paladin, I don't know, the whole gameplay is offensive to me. No 4-second Death Echo. Still need almost 100 levels. Going to be very happy when I got that 4-second Death Echo. Although, you know what? The beam is actually not bad. The beam is actually not bad at this respawn. Because of the narrow corridors, you are really hitting quite a lot of targets with it. What's my thoughts on mana buffer for Druid Sorcerer? I think it's fine. I think it's if you remove the bug where they can't die on the 1 health 0 mana type bug, you remove that bug, and I think other than that, I don't know. At least from my playthrough, it's been exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm happy with it. In fact, I love it. The amount of buffer procs I've had is very significant, and I think if there was no buff, I would have quit already. This low-level sorcerer. This sorcerer has had about. I've died 3 times on him, and I've had probably about 20 buffer procs. So it's probably saved like 15 deaths. Now, granted, if there was no buffer, you know, I would have been playing a lot differently, right? I wouldn't have had 20 deaths by level 200 if there was no buffer. I just would have been playing way more defensively. But you know, that's the thing, right? It allows you to play in a much more satisfying and fun way. So I'm all for it. Worms the Rasher, okay. Not the Elder Worms. You can go and hunt the just the regular worms on the base level. Yeah, and it's gonna be fine. It's just the reason I don't recommend is because it's very far, and you know it's just a bit of a walk to go for a mediocre respawn. But yeah, sure, it'll be huntable. Yeah, yeah. The buffer is great. The buffer is great, and you know mages die a bit less. So what? That's good. Mages were really disadvantaged when it came to survivability, especially on you know solo early to mid game. Does it make sense for EK to only have debuffs when choosing a stance? It's just how it's been balanced, and the EK was like the first one to have like this kind of Utito. I do think it's a little, maybe it is a little unfair because you know Paladin had a net downside with Utito as well that was fully removed, and EK not, right? Maybe they just thought it would be too strong, as opposed to the Paladin Utito, which is just very very fair, totally not too strong, right? Whereas the EK, if you removed, you know, you removed the increased damage taken on Utito, and it would just be too strong, right? So gotta be fair, gotta be fair. Paladins couldn't have the increased damage taken. When will you try Grim Reapers? I would plan it at level 200. But I'm not planning it until the nerfs, right? Once the nerfs hit, then by all means, I'm going to go and try it. But once I hit level 200, I'm not actually playing this character anymore. I'm waiting for nerfs. Unless they take really, really long time. So much so that it feels like maybe they aren't nerfing. I use chat off to play with WASD every now and then. When I type into a chat and send a message, my chat stays on instead of changing to chat off. Is this a glitch or something? My settings off. You are clicking. You are most likely clicking on the bar at the bottom. You can't see it on my overlay. But yeah, the type here to chat text box. What usually happens is people click that accidentally, and then it goes back into that mode. That's what's killed me a couple of times in the past. My suggestion for you is to have the same hotkeys for both chat on and chat off. At least like the F keys. So even if you accidentally get yourself into chat on when you don't mean to, your hotkeys still work. Alternatively, there is technically a hotkey for changing from chat on to chat off. So it is, like people are saying, it is possible that you maybe have that set. It wasn't the case for me when I kept getting it wrong, though. A Death Echo crit just kills a Cult Believer. No questions asked. Very nice. Oh, we just finished. And we'll finish Vicious Squires in a minute too. All right, we'll probably leave in a sec. Finish this lap and we'll see if we can get a different respawn. What really helped me was setting my healing hotkey to turn chat off if it's on. That's interesting. Yeah, you could do that. That's, yeah. Instead of duplicating the hotkeys, just do that, right? I like it. Good idea, Italian. Good idea. Hey, Gaines. Good morning. Hello. Funny how a 200 MS is on par with damage with 500 plus monks. Are they? So what character I'm going to play when I hit this on 200 on this one? Once we hit 200 on this one and we're waiting for the patch notes for the nerf, I'm planning to be playing the bigger level Sorcerer, the level 500 Sorcerer, and we're going to be finishing like bestiaries and stuff on him. So we're going to be like not making guides, but we are going to be progressing through the game and making bestiaries for places that I will want to record guides for. So that when the nerfs do come, I'll be able to play on the higher level MS as well, and I'll have the bestiaries ready for that. So yeah, basically once this one's done, at level 200, once we're waiting for the nerfs, I'll be switching to the higher level MS and doing like, yeah, bestiaries, bounties, whatever, just progressing a bit. How are we doing this afternoon? All good. All good. As you can see, we still got a little bit of stamina, so it didn't go too crazy in this double Bewitched situation. Not because I didn't want to, but because I didn't really have the time. Funnily enough, weekends are usually the days I get to play the least. But, you know, still did some good progress. I mean, we started off this double on Friday at level 143, so we've picked up 40. Weird to say, but we've picked up 46 levels so far. This double, quite a lot. Now that I say it out loud, I feel like we've actually played a little bit more than I thought we would. But yeah, it's going pretty well. Oh, we're supposed to leave, right? We're supposed to leave. Okay, let me get out. All right. Two places I'm interested in going now are Edron Were Creatures and potentially Edron Heroes. -2, -3. That's where I could finish the Renegade Knights. It's a little far. Let me see. You know what? I'm going to do a quick spawn check. I'm going to do a quick spawn check on my monk and see what's available. Good morning. Good morning. 800 monk Robritas with Cobra Bow. Or is it better with Nosferatu? Nosferatu what? Nosferatu is not a weapon. Oh, you're asking if it's better to call Robritas or Nosferatus. Probably Nox. Yeah, probably Nosferatu if you don't have Sanguines or Crypt Strike. Yeah, I think Robritas you really want Crypt Strike, ideally. Yeah, or Sanguine Claws. Yeah, with Cobra Bow, maybe not. Reminder, sorry, this lightning works as a fork for 2 free mobs around you. It's so good. It's all right. If you're referring to the Carlin Cult respawn, yeah, it's fine. But I almost rather hit one target with the Death Beam. In that rotation, the only spell it could replace is the Fire Wave. So yeah, maybe Lightning instead of the Fire Wave in certain cases would have made sense, but not very many. You trained magic level as well? I did, yes. Up to magic level 94. -1 and -2 Night Grove Soul. We'll come back here at 2 p.m. maybe. It's 1 hour, 12 minutes. Let me check if Edron Were Creatures is free. Letter system? Yeah, letter system's still popular on less populated worlds. Discord booking is the key for like popular words like Nevia, Secura, etc. On less populated worlds, Discord system is overkill. Hopefully, a monk buff on Tuesday and nerf everybody else. Have you switched your hotkey setup on the RP after rebalance? A little bit, yeah. I have looks like this is free. No, that's the wrong letter. Time is it? Yeah, I'm selling the monk. I'm just doing a spawn check. I'm just doing a spawn check for the sorcerer because he's faster. That's all. I was just checking what's available. Yeah, this monk is still being sold. I still have all the items because I don't really want to sell him now. Not until the mood has improved. Yeah, I've switched my hotkeys on the paladin a little bit where my multi-action is on my mouse right under the left mouse button. It's on like the F3, F13, F14 button. My monk has become a postman. Yeah, he's an errand boy. My monk is an errand boy now. Why do you want to sell it? Because I'm not going to play it again. I may as well, may as well get the TCs, you know? What items do I want here? Do I want dwarven legs instead of Jill legs? Probably. Yeah. All right. Hey, Paprika. Thank you for the sub yesterday. Your sub refreshed yesterday. Let me replay it from you, Paprika. Thank you. Thank you, Paprika. I need to get a few more. I need to get a few more sub sounds and they have like a chance of different ones appearing. Can't believe I never thought of doing some custom sounds for the subs. Happy to hear that, Paprika. Happy to hear that. All right. I'm gonna go for sap strength. Fire multi-action. Yep, all good. Now let's hope nobody is actually here. The fact that there's a little body here has me a little concerned. There was no letter, so I'm going in, dude. I'm going in. Okay, I think it's gonna be fine. All right. And I guess one death trinket. You missed a can sub sound? I don't remember which one. Is that the default one? Oh. 190. Okay. I don't remember now, Gains. I don't know. Things change so quickly. Things change so quickly. I'll try and have a few custom sounds for the sub sound, but something fun actually needs to happen first. We'll see. I got a level 8 monk that has 110 base fist and 29 magic level. When would be the best time to sell? Probably a month ago. Second best time. I don't know, dude. Hopefully when the monk is buffed / fixed, people will flock back to the monk, but that's kind of unknown if it's ever going to happen. Okay, are we overkilling? I feel like we may be actually overkilling now at this level. Maybe I will need to do the big lap. I think I overkilled there. Let's try one more lap again and see if I'm overkilling still. It's fine. No, it's not fine. There's lots of bugs. It's got so many bugs. Like basically just really bad bugs. His spiritual outburst is bugged. Mentor Over is bugged. Chain Penance is bugged. I'm pretty sure the melee damage reduction is bugged as well. There's so many bugs with the monk right now, and I think that's the big part of why people are complaining about it, because it should be a lot better than it is if everything worked as it should. There's magic level debuff in this place, right? Yeah. So I can't be using the masterminds. That's fine. But I just do a lot of mana drain too. Go 1.5k mana drain in 5 minutes. It's not nothing, but it's not too crazy, thankfully. Good morning. It's a melee mana drain. Okay. So don't get close to them. Got it. Well, the bug about Chain Penance that I know is that it doesn't. You can't cast it on the diagonal like you used to. It's got actually shorter cast range than it did before the rebalance on the diagonal. It's crazy. I don't like this rotation. I'm used to the death rotation. I was just in. This is a little problem with the sorcerer now. When if you play like me and you go from spot to spot and you switch between energy, fire, death rotations all the time, the order of your spells changes, and it's quite easy to get yourself a little mixed up. And it take you a few minutes to readjust to the new order of spells that you're casting. And as you can see, sometimes it can mean you whiff the waves pretty badly. It is a skill issue. I mean, that is pretty much a definition of a skill issue, but you don't get that with other vocations. Looks like it's not adding the count to the miss. Thank God. Looks like you wrote the script wrong somehow. The command. Looks like we're gonna have Edron heroes. So we may be able to go Edron heroes for a bit. So we're back to the death rotation. I'll be able to finish because I want to finish the renegades. I want to finish the renegade bestiary and have it done. All right, we go in there. I've just finished the boost. Just finished the stamina. Still got 30 minutes of boost though, but we're down to 250 XP rate. Soon to be 200. We'll come back here for 14. Evil Meth, you must have some excess stuff somewhere. Check all your backpacks, your store-in box. Check your gold pouch if you have it. You have it. You have something somewhere, dude. Maybe you've been collecting. Maybe I say you bought a character and you have like 600 ultimate mana potions in your store-in box. That you don't know about, something like that. Don't know. Go to Yanaha Quarries for more EXP. All right, it is on my list. Maybe we'll go there after. I do have the Quarries to go to and finish. Show your Wheel of Destiny. Yeah, I mean, there's not much here. A gem and base damage for UE. Have they also changed how the hunt analyzer works? Yes. It now shows the total session value, total session duration divided by XP rather than the last 15 minutes only. So you get a much more accurate result straight away, but it also takes the whole session in account. Do you think they will ever rework Monk Wheel? Yeah, in the next rebalance. All right. Here we go. Change to death rotation. I feel like the energy U is kind of obsolete with the stances. Yep. Literally never to be used. Actually, no, that's wrong. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Energy UE is fine. It's, in fact, much better than Fire UE between the levels of 55 and 60. It's really good then. Really good. So it has its place. The only small issue of Edron Heroes these days is that because you're in death stance, you actually can't kill a couple of the monsters here, like the Liches, Bone Beasts, Necromancers. But it's okay because you can still play around it. You can still cast a couple of unconverted spells if you tweak your rotation a little bit. It requires a little bit more awareness of your rotation, but it's fine. Need to study masters in sorcerer nowadays. Yeah, but it's cool though, right? It's cool. It's actually much more interesting than it was before. Rather than before I'd be running around here throwing avalanches. Like, wow, how fun, bro. Yeah, it definitely has a higher skill cap and higher knowledge cap. But I think that's fine. That's kind of an interesting way to make the vocation, Magic level 56. What level? What level is your that's your monk, right? What level is your monk? I guess it like level 12. Or have you leveled it up a bit? That's a pretty nice magic level. Not too far off from my magic level on my 800 monk. Level 10. Okay. All right. Tips have done an amazing job with Sorcerer Fantasy. Yep. I really like the Sorcerer. It is demanding, but I do like it. Now look at this. It's so fun, dude. Especially this next room. If I don't fuck it up, their hero room is very, very fun because they are quite weak against... They're quite weak against death. So you can really blow up this this little section. Yeah. I know I've left a few behind, but that's okay. But yeah, like this death rotation here is so good. If you're ever going to play a low-level Sorcerer, level 120, once you unlock Death Echo, very, very fun. Yeah. Looks like we may be overkilling ever so slightly. We're doing 2.1 raw at Edron Heroes. I think we're probably going to overkill. Is this going to be my monk? No, not going to have a monk. Not going to have a main. Sorry, not going to have a main. We're going to be switching between vocations. My next main is going to be the 6th vocation. Whenever that may be. Until then, I'm just going to be switching between vocations, trying to stay on top of everything, and updating my hunting places on Tibia Pal. But now we are doing Sorcerer, though. That is our main focus at the moment. Now it's Paralyze. Got to kill that. Got to kill that Lich somehow. Can't be locked down. Indeed, indeed. I switch between vocations very freely. No commitment. I'll go after what's best. You think there will be? Yeah, I do. I do think there will be. Guess you probably answered that a lot of times already, but I'm considering coming back. How would you rank the vocations on fun per hour? I think, I honestly think everybody Or even Monk is pretty fun. Monk is always quite fun. But if I was coming back now and I had to recommend somebody a vocation to play, it probably would be EK or Paladin. Very simple and very powerful, very fun. Super boring vocation? Not much more boring than like a druid, for example. I don't know. I if you like the EK play style, the gameplay loop, I think it's fine. I'm looking forward to playing EK. And besides, it's probably going to be adjusted somewhat to be a little bit more reactive. Ooh, mastermind achievement. I think that's for drinking 100 mastermind potions. Yeah, it's so fun, dude. Like playing the death stance here is so fun. Oh, I'm off cap. Looks like I've dropped a lot of crown items. 11 minutes, 88k profit. In 11 minutes, we've got 4 crown armors and 1 crown legs. My 10-year-old self would be like jizzing right now. Well, maybe not my 10-year-old self. Maybe my 13-year-old self. Dangerous. Go back, rewind. Rewind. Long time no see. Divino, hello, friend. Hello, welcome back. Will I show how the buffer works on the mage? I usually show it about once or twice per stream. So if you stay tuned in, I'm sure you'll get an opportunity to see it. Maybe not in this respawn. This respawn, it shouldn't really happen unless something goes terribly wrong. Good respawn though, and we are keeping on over 2kk raw here. That's pretty damn good for this respawn. And it's as you can see, pretty damn profitable too. Last time I asked you which bow is better for RP, Crypt Spine and Soul Bleeder. You said Spine, but after doing all the maps with damage calculator, it rarely beats Bleeder on most spots. Yeah, honestly, we've revisited this topic a couple of times, and yeah, ultimately, if I was leveling up a low-level Paladin now, and I didn't own a Crypt Spine, I would probably just go for Crypts for the Soul Bleeder. The difference is minimal. For me, the key benefit of the Crypt Spine is the key benefit of the Bleeder right now is that you get it for extra 50 levels, so you're actually going to make use of the proficiency also for extra 50 levels, right? But yeah, the power of them, especially now considering that Ethereal turns out to be the best one. You know, I was saying Crypt Spine was best when I thought that the Holy Rotation is going to be the king, which I still think the Crypt Spine is likely a little bit better for. But it doesn't seem that that it's usually Ethereal that's better, and then the probably the Crypt Spine doesn't benefit it as much as the Holy one. Some RP later today, probably not. We're trying to hit the 200 on the baby Sorcerer. Once we've hit 200, then he is going to be not played for a while, and then we're going to be going to the main Sorcerer, or maybe the main Paladin as well. I'll just be progressing those until there's some nerfs. I have about like 40 videos ready to go on the Sorcerer though, so we good for like a few weeks, and don't need to be recording anything else for a few weeks. Another crown legs there. We'll pick it up next lap, maybe. Although, kind of low on cap. Let me throw out the night legs. Where's all the monsters? We're definitely overkilling somewhat. Oh, wow. There's like 4 up there hiding. Not for long. Which evocation you would want to see? Summoner! Give me an actual honest to God summoner. Definitely my personal desire. I think it's unlikely. I think it's very unlikely, but proper working summoner is something I would definitely like to play. But yeah, I think it's unlikely. Good morning. Hello. Hello, Letiso. Ah! Would you rather something like persistent summons and you buff them with your rotation, or cycling summons to keep up a few at a time? I think persistent summons just have no chance. Like, that's the thing. Like, I would rather have persistent summons. Like in just out of pure class fantasy, by all means, I love persistent summons. In Path of Exile, I love playing like a perma summon build. I just don't think that will ever work in any reasonable way in Tibia. So I do think it is gonna be few temporary minions that you cycle through based on situation and like your spell rotation, and maybe buff them up with your spells as well. Tips of definitely learn from the monk. The 6th vocation will be perfect. Trust me. I totally don't have any vested interest in it. I definitely don't want you to watch all my 6th vocation guides. Proper melee DPS vocation. Yeah, I think next vocation isn't going to be like a proper melee. Unfortunately. I think it's more likely to be a mage type vocation. Spellcaster, proper spell distance, range spellcaster. Assassin or thief? Yeah, that ultimately that doesn't sound too different than a monk, like a nimble melee caster, right? Don't know. Maybe. A lot of crypt spine proficiency is hidden behind the 7th perk. Okay. Oh, there, the vanilla. You almost saw me proc that buffer there. But maybe it will happen. Just for you. If it happens, it's definitely on purpose just for you. How many renegades have we killed? 98 in 19 minutes, and we need another 57. So we need another 12, 13 minutes or so. Then we'll be done here. Good stuff. I don't think I'm going to do the heroes. Let's have a look. How many heroes do I have? I still only have 300. No, we're not going to do heroes on this character. Hello, Jamry. Ah, Echo crit. Love it. Now, here's the crown legs to pick up somewhere, but we don't have cap. Let me throw a crown. Hang on. Where were they? Hang on. Did I pick them up already? Or was it this? Oh, I think I must have picked them up already somewhere. No, I haven't. Crown legs have gone missing somewhere. Damn it. Maybe they're in here? No. I've missed crown legs somewhere. Despair. Just got a crown armor also and no cap. Dude, I've just... This feels so bad. I've just left crown legs and crown armor on the floor because I don't have cap. Oh, I hate it. Oh. Feels bad, dude. Need to start using more potions. But I've only used 59 in 20 minutes. God damn it. Tipsoft, you made MS too strong. I don't need to use potions. Now I don't have cap from the flasks. God damn it. Why, Tipsoft? Suffering from success right here. Let me throw out the crown helmets. I don't need them. They weigh a lot, right? For what they are. 29. Oh. Definitely worse ratio than crown armor, crown legs. Bro, vials, I have like 6. So, not exactly gonna make a huge difference. Here we're gonna go fire UE so I can kill the lich. There we go. That's one way to get rid of those death immune monsters. Just go with fire UE every now and then. Just toss manners? Nah. Never. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, I'm kind of just, you know, it feels bad to leave loot on the floor, but ultimately, if I leave, you know, 50k on the floor, who the hell cares, right? Whatever. No miss. The miss command has been disabled. 50k is almost 2 boots of haste. It's 1 mastermind shield, too. Imagine leaving a mastermind shield on the floor. Unacceptable, dude. Oh, and my ring. Oh, and a crown shield. My god. They drop in too much loot. Chill. Chill, chill, heroes. $37 more renegades. Spotify widget again? God damn it, Spotify. I think I might just have to hide the widget, dude. Just get rid of the... It's not even it's not really a widget. I don't know if there is a Spotify widget. It's literally just a screen cap of my Spotify. Just yeah, it's literally just me having a cutout of Spotify window. But for some reason it loses focus. Never heard someone complain about too much loot before. Yeah, I'd rather have less loot and not have to leave it on the floor than, you know, leave it on the floor. Doesn't feel good, dude. Don't like it. If I can't pick it up, I'd rather just not have it at all. Hire a monk to pick up the loot for me. That is an idea. Finally a job for the monk. Give a friendly local monk a job. They're unemployed right now. Any help they can get. 50% of the excess loot for them. Sounds good. Why did I start play with Sorcerer? Because it's rebalance, and I've got to remake everything. And Sorcerer seemed the most exciting. A nice beam. We'll be going Paladin after. Nice hunting on my MS. Is that about me missing that beam just then? Oh, another crown legs. No! Not like this. I don't have cap, dude. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Oh, what do I throw out? Crown shield? Where's the crown legs, dude? Here, we got them. All right, crown shield tossed. Bro, I've got to be tossing crown shields. Hurts me deeply, dude. Trust me. I need a mailbox here. I need to do postman quest. Stick a mailbox in here. Please. Yo, Psych. Hello. Your 10-year-old would be crying seeing this. I know. My 10-year-old self would be like crying at like leaving 50 GP in a body, dude. Never mind a crown shield. What's the auto magic shield called? Buffer. It's called a buffer. I even dislike throwing away empty flasks. Okay, I'm not that bad. I don't mind throwing away flasks. I don't like the mechanical aspect of it. Like, I don't like having to throwing them out because it's annoying. But no, the cost. I can swallow the 5 GP lost per throw in a flask. Okay, that's not quite that cheap. Dark UE is beautiful. Yep, I love it. Death UE. Dreamt about this for 20 years, dude. Hey, Revenge, all good, thanks. Isn't it called Magic Barrier? No, it's called Buffer. You may be thinking of Magic Shield, but that's just what's been in the game for, decades. 8 more Renegade Knights, and we can go. Probably after this lap then, on this floor even. Is Buffer a spell or on the wheel? No, it's neither. It's just a passive effect. That's always on for mages. And boom, finished. All right, we're out. Peacing out. Slightly gain more and more charms now. 365 points. We're almost able to get like, shit, we can get like T1 freeze or something. Pog. $200 RP. First charm after rebalance. Low blow? No, I haven't run the numbers, but people have, and apparently crit charms not very good on Paladin. So I would say just go for regular. Just go for regular elemental ones. So I would go like, yeah, probably freeze on a 200 RP. Because let me take the letter. I take the freeze because it's good on like where hyenas, Rashomon. Hang on, there's no letter. Did I take it? Did someone else take it? There was no letter, right? Whatever. What bow use Bleeder? My server doesn't have Ambo, Rending, Inferniac either, so I'm between Eldritch and Falcon. You mean before Bleeder? Before Bleeder, I would just go Bow of Destruction. If you can get Falcon, then sure, get Falcon, but it's not important. They're all the same at that level. There's way too many bows in like the level 200 to 400 range, dude. They should like get rid of some of them. Next level Lurker Bestiary, it's taken until 11 p.m. So no can do. We've got were creatures or Quarras. We could check Quarras real quick. People have been talking about Sunken Quarter a few times, so we could go there. Did I not play with Kuznets Sorcerer? Not today, but from tomorrow we'll be back. We'll be on to the main Sorcerer once we've got this guy to level 200. Then we're waiting for nerfs, which might be on Tuesday. I'm kind of hoping that there's nerfs on Tuesday so that I can pick up this character again. Let me check if Quarras are available. All right, errand boy time. Come on. You go check if the spawn is free. All you're good for. Waiting for nerfs on all vocations or a buff for monk. I'm waiting for nerf on at least the sorcerer before I keep playing the sorcerer after the on the level 200. I don't want it. Oh, yeah, it's taken. So we're going Edrinware creatures. I just log out here. Your hotkeys got reset. Well, that's okay. Just use your backup, right? Just load them from your backup, bro. No problem. Right? What is the best rotation for energy during the awkward MS level range? Yeah, so the energy rotation is awkward indeed. Honestly, my go-to is energy wave, fire wave, lightning, and then a rune or energy beam, if it makes sense. It sucks. I don't like the energy rotation until Death Echoes 4 seconds. I mapped it to an Xbox controller. Okay. All right, and we're back here. We're back here after a little detour. Fire rotation. Make sure I have my spells, hotkeys updated. Big. Boop, 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 boop. All right. All right, and we go again. Now we're down to 200% EXP, by the way. Oh my god. 200%. That's like less than on a boost and stamina outside of an event. Pathetic. What's even the point of playing, dude? How good is Exura Vita? Almost entire HP. It should be, although I've literally never used Exura Vita yet on this character. I have 2 healing hotkeys. I have the regular Exura as the default, and I have Exura Gran as the sort of big heal when I see that my health is dropping. I haven't felt the need yet for having Exura Gran mapped on a hotkey. Exura Vita to have it mapped on a hotkey. Playing on a new server and I ain't envy your gear. What is there? Well, I suppose now that I'm 180, I do have some of the better items. But I mean, there's nothing that much here that's that crazy. A dwarven armor, maybe. You can just use demon armor instead of dwarven armor. Yalahari's fine. Dwarven legs is fine. Dream Blossom Wand is fine. Yeah, you're probably not gonna have the boots or the spell book, but for these respawns that I've been hunting, it doesn't really matter. I'm hardly pushing too hard here. Post double depression will hit hard. Yeah, that's why I'm going to be all over the guide making and the quest stuff. I'll be doing accesses, some bestiaries, you know, stuff like that. For sure, PGing after the double, not a good idea. Finally reach 825 wheel points, but still don't have SOB gem. What can you do at 825, Antaria? Oh, is this the one where you could have upgraded mastery and have tier 3 SOB if you went for the... No, what is 825? What is the breakpoint there? Is that T3 SOB if you went fully for it? SOBT, yeah, okay. The SOB fork. What have you been hunting on this double-double Antaria? Have you been visiting Pumin? I've got to focus on the rotation again because this rotation is much different than the death one. Need to get into the headspace for this rotation because I keep expecting like an echo or something, and it's a wave or a beam. Ooh, Elib. Very nice. Very nice. Turning into a bit of a team hunter. It's funny that it seems like you're doing more team hunting now that the monk is supposedly worse than other vocations. When he was really broken, you didn't do much team hunting, but now that he's bad, you're joining team hunt and people will actually take you. I don't have power imbues unlocked. Is it worth purchasing the scrolls? Yep. Never do the intricate. The only case to do intricate is if it's the only one that you can have on a particular item. So for example, I can only have intricate on the wand. So I have intricate. But other than that, just use powerful or don't bother. And after the summer update, there's an expectation that there's going to be a ton of basic imbue scrolls for very cheap in the game, which is going to be quite nice for low levels, for low investment, alternate characters, and just literally just buy scrolls. I don't know how much they're going to be, probably like 15k maybe, basic imbue for 15k. You literally just stick it on whatever you can, right? Full set of basic imbues, even on like a level 8, of course, why not? Peak end game reward for the Echo Wardens. What level are you planning to play the MS until? Well, I'm planning to cover the whole 0 to 600 level range, so we'll cover everything up to level 600. Anything past 600, I may do like one-off videos if someone lets me use the character. But I don't know how reliable that would be, you know, if I just go on like someone else's character to Quarras or in a crypt or something, I'm not going to be that good. I may just steal some people's videos from those places and stick them on Tibia. Just because I'm not likely to reach those levels. So if you've got some videos for me, Italian, that you'd like hyperlinked from Tibia for that extra ad revenue, let me know. A react video to other people hunting. I I'm happy for other people to claim the credit as long as it lets me populate the Tibia Pal entries. 500 plus druid you can use anytime if you ever need. I'll probably get a druid of that level myself. It's I would say that the EXP ranges, the level ranges that I'm not gonna do myself is like the level 800 plus. You know, I'm happy enough to do my characters from 0 to 600 and cover everything there, but getting past 600 to like 800 is genuinely, you know, a lot more of a grind and a lot more work. So at that point, I'm probably not going to waste the time. And also, there's only like, you know, 3-4 hunting grounds at that level range anyways that would be even relevant. I don't need your character. I don't need your level 300 sorcerer. Why would I need your level 300 sorcerer? I'm gonna do it with my level 300 sorcerer. I don't need level 300 characters. I'll just do it all myself. And I'm not gonna be recording more on in this level range until there's the nerf comes, because the nerf is coming and I don't want my videos to be outdated. You can definitely do more than about 3kk raw on a 330 ms in a lot of places. I expect I'll be able to do more than 3kk raw on this ms at level 200 when I go Yellow Grims. You can use my 800 plus EK whenever you get to EK, guys. Yeah, cool games. That I might take you up on, because the EK gameplay, you know, MS is a little bit different. MS is a lot more involved, so I wouldn't really want someone's level 800 MS to go like Quaras or something, because I would suck. But you know, if I play EK and I level my EK from 0 to 600, and then someone lets me use their level 1k EK or something to do like raw britters or whatever, the gameplay is more or less the same. It's not going to be that different, right? EK Paladin, not that different. Sorcerer, it requires a little bit more experience, I think. Have Tipsoft talked about 6th vocation at all? Nope. All right. Well, when we get there, when we get to the EK, yeah, maybe I will be happy to do a bit of free servicing and playing. Everybody wins. What charm should I put on Sphinx and Crypt Warden spawn in the Savvy? Well, this is exactly the sort of thing that I want to test on my main Sorcerer. I want to unlock the Crypt Warden charm, and then I'm going to try double crit versus like curse and crypt. Yeah, curse and crit. I don't think it's going to be a huge difference. I think realistically it's most likely just going to be savage blow and low blow. The curse is nice, but crit charm's also very nice. Especially as your spells are dealing death damage anyways. All right, thank you, Gaines. I'll keep that in mind. It's a while away, right? It's definitely a while away. Probably like 6 to 9 months away. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Have you tried Inquisition HFFs yet? Nope. I mean, I don't even have. Actually, do I have access? I think I might have access. I did kill Ungries in preparation for Pits of Inferno and Inquisition, but I haven't actually done the quest yet, so I don't have. So for HFFs, I have the access. Nothing else though. But yes, I am planning to do a loop through HFFs and Spectres and Quaras and whatnot. Hey, boss, what do you think about the idea of giving monks cleave on auto attack? I think now that this double charm proc has been removed from diamond arrows, I think Tipsoft can be a little bit more open to enhancing auto attacks in some ways. I mean, cleave already exists in the game, and you know it already didn't even apply charm damage anyways. Anyway, I don't really see how monks fit the cleave mechanic. I don't know, claws. I don't know, maybe. But I don't really see that fixing Monk though. It'd just be a cool mechanic, but it probably wouldn't be very strong. They'd probably give the cleave like 10% damage or something. Because it's tip soft. Well, they have in basic scrolls. Yeah, of course. Basic scrolls still part of the reward of the Echo Wardens. They're just going to drop a catalyst in addition to it. Why do you love Russian low-level characters? I don't know about loving it. I do it for the guide content on YouTube, and now everything's been rebalanced, so I got to do it for the videos. I don't exactly love it. I do like faster progression. I do like being able to get levels more often. When I play like a level 7, 800 character, and it's like 2 hours per level, you know, it doesn't feel great, but it's not that I particularly love hunting Edrinware creatures. I mean, it's just not really all that different to me hunting Edrinware creatures or library. It's still the same shit, still the same rotation, still the same movement, just lower numbers, but ultimately it's still the same shit. Maybe it's time to add some percent chance to do X amount of damage to nearby targets as a cleave mechanic. Well, based on the homing missiles they've added on the new moon weapons, if they did add some sort of cleave, it would be very bad numerically. I'm sure of it. I don't think there's any point wasting our time on it. No, of course I don't know that there's going to be nerfs. How could I possibly know there's going to be nerfs? I never said there's going to be nerfs. I think there's going to be nerfs. And I think this is probably the first weekend where it makes sense. But of course I don't know. How could I know? And Tipsoft emails me about it. Unfortunately not. Or maybe fortunately. Maybe I don't want to know. MS needs a 10% buff for all those years suffering. Give me waves on Cursor, dude, and you can nerf whatever values you want on the MS. Hello. Did you do any tests to compare weapon proficiency? I mean, there's calculators that will answer this for you. That you can use Tom's calculator. What's the website called? I think it's tibiatools.info. You can plug in everything into the calculator. It will tell you if it's better to get percentage as or skill or attack or whatever. It's the most accurate damage calculator in the game. tibiatools.io, is it? Okay, all right. I'm too lazy to use it, so I just ask people to tell me what's best, and then they run it for me. Prima privilege. What vocation would you currently recommend after all the rebalance stuff for fresh solo gameplay character? Solo gameplay, I would be going Druid. If I was starting a fresh character now, then yes, I'd be going Druid. All killed. Did someone invade? Or am I overkilling? Did I overkill so hard that there's no respawn? I'm skeptical. I'm highly skeptical, but there's no blood anywhere, so maybe. It's weird, though. I feel like somebody ran in and must have killed a pull. That's kind of weird. Or whatever. Let's go clear this room on the left that was fully empty. Let's have a look. And now it's basically full, so yeah, maybe I did just overkill it. The timing's weird. Strange. You plan to stay here until finishing badges? Yeah, well, let's have a look. How long does it take? So in 20 minutes, we've got 80 badges. So it's 240 badges per hour. So I would need 3 more hours here. I think probably not. Werefoxes are approximately 300 per hour. So I would need 2 more hours. I don't know, dude. I mean, this is a throwaway character. Ultimately, I don't know if I care that much about bestiary. I'm just kind of... I still don't want to be hunting stuff that I've completed bestiary on. I don't know, maybe we'll do the badgers and the foxes here. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll do that. And then we've got lurkers. And then we'll probably have level 200 and... I'm not worried about it. Yeah, in general, yes. In general, I would do badgers and foxes here. And then I would move to Grimvale -4. And that's where I would do werewolves, wereboars, and werebears. Yes, that is my general bestiary progression. I've got a sorcerer and a druid in offline training level 8. What vocation better? They're both fine. Sorcerer's technically a little more powerful and scales a little bit better, but if I were to choose a vocation to play, I probably would go for druid just because it's much simpler and relaxing. Sorcerer definitely quite demanding. Druid's better for KS. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care about that, but yeah, sure. Yeah, you'll have fun with Druid. I mean, it's really comes online at level 95, which is even earlier than Sorcerer. Sorcerer really comes online around level 120 when he unlocks Death Echo, but Druid is already good from 95. Paladin is now good from level 60 when he gets Ethereal Barrage. Yeah, got any guide on charms? Yeah, I do. I had an updated charm tier list video after the new mine and major charms came out. They were fairly accurate. Ah. Oh, I've read already. My paladin is 167. Oh, and sorry, I'm waiting for my final values for the final values on Moon Silver Qatar to compare with Soul Commands Crypt Strike. Yeah, where would it? I suppose if you like, you like Pumin actually, right? You like one of the rare respawns where it may be, where it's going to be pretty good. Although, again, it's a 1k plus weapon. Is Pumin going to be any good at 1k plus? Feels like it's really, even more of a niche respawn at that level. Profit is quite nice. Yep. You've got the loincloths, which are worth a lot, and a lot of the actual creature products that are also worth a fair amount. Like 3k a pop, almost everything. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, this is a really good respawn. This and Lizard City are quite similar with that regard. They're both pretty good for profit since they're weeklies. Human will still be a viable spawn even at level 1k. Okay. I suppose with the new weapon, you can still pump it, right? You can pump it, pump it, pump it. It's not going to be as good as Robert is, right? Or Norks, but yeah, you'll be able to pump it. It'll be really easy then, though. Really easy. Yeah, I'll be going up. Well, I don't know what level I don't know if I'm gonna make a guide from Pumin. Maybe not, because I think for Sorcerer, Pumin is maybe like 800 plus. That is the kind of place where I would need another character from somebody to test. I went there on my 550 and I procced Buffer like twice within 5 minutes. Maybe with Charms it would be easier. Oh, broken multi-action. Don't know if you saw that. There was a death. It was a death echo unconverted into fire. Not exactly sure when that. I don't know when that happens. Is that a bug with the multi-action or is it a bug with the mastery? I swear yeah, it must be a multi-action bug because I think it did energy wave into death echo, which meant that somehow the fire wave was passed over in the multi-action. I see it happen like once or twice a day. So it's definitely multi-action still somewhat bugged sometimes in some cases. They still haven't quite fixed it. It should never happen with this multi-action. I'll be hitting 140 average with runes. Yeah, of course. Low level monks are basically mages. And you just hunt with runes, except you're just a little bit weaker. Which you should be hitting a little less than mages, right? Although if you have 56 magic level on your monk, that's higher than a lot of mages in that level range. What's the best tomb for Crypt Shambler need for weekly? I believe it's the Stone Tomb. That one's best for Crypt Shamblers and Slimes, as far as I remember. Best pre-300, 200 level profit maker after class rebalance? I don't think it really. I think that there's not a very clear win. I think anybody other than the paladin, it's gonna be profit making at some weekly delivery spawn, which is unlikely to be affected by your class. I think everybody other than paladin, right? Paladin just has the issue of diamond arrows being expensive. I don't know. I guess probably still monk or knight. I feel like they do, mages still use potions at this level, which are pretty expensive, whereas I think paladins and monks can do lower supply hunts. EKs and monks. But I don't think there's much in it. I honestly don't think there's much in it at that level. At that level, it's going to be all about the weekly respawns, and it's not going to be that much different if you go there on a druid, sorcerer, EK, or monk. Paladin's much better now that you don't spend on runes. Yeah, still the only one that has like proper guaranteed ammunition costs though. There's no getting away from it. Speaking of proficiency on new weapon, proficiency for 1000 fist blows would give like 1% extra damage or 2% extra damage. Depends if you have reduced cooldown in the wheel. Like 1% extra damage, like from your full rotation, or just for the 1000 fist blows, or just like straight up increase your damage by like 2% if you have the cooldown. Because 2% damage increase for a single proficiency is a lot. Maybe that does make 1000 fist blows like the default builder with that weapon anyway. Okay, that's that's a decent boost. That is a decent boost. Are we halfway done with the werefoxes? Should greater flurry of blows be included in monk's rotation somehow? Yup, definitely. Of course you want to use greater flurry of blows. That is like the one non-negotiable. It's usually either the first or the second spell that you cast in the rotation. If you're in Virtue of Justice, it's usually the second spell, and if you're in Virtue of Harmony, it's usually the first spell. Hello. I mean, where to hunt is basically what I'm doing right now. I'm checking all the values and updating Tibia Pal and then making guides for those places. I'm planning to make range guides too once I've got all the information I need. For every vocation, like a level X to Y guide for each vocation. I need to have the information first, which I don't for now. What's the magic level of this MS? Now it's a bit higher. It's 94 now, which is pretty high. But that's only because I finally trained it overnight last night. Yesterday was like 83 or something. And the day before was like 70. They've scaled it up a bit now because probably never going to skill on a double on this character again. So it's probably going to be stuck more or less on this magic level for a long time. all the way up through to like level 400. I'll probably pick up a few magic levels while playing until level 400. But it'll be a pretty low magic level character in the end. Need something like chance to not consume harmony or chance to generate extra harmony or multicast, then I'll play monk forever. Too much Path of Exile. Chance to not consume charges. Tipsoft does not like chance mechanics like that. Oh, the freaking wave. God, Death Echo on a 4-second cooldown is going to be so good, so crucial. With the new spells on my Paladin, I have T2 Grenade, but I honestly feel like it's a waste losing a DPS turn to cast it. That's why people complain about the location of the spells, right? You're going for T2 Divine Barrage. No, T2 Ethereal Barrage for your physical rotation, and then you pick up Grenade as part of it, which is useless, right? Yeah, Grenade I think needs a rethink now that they've given us a new different holy spell. I'm not sure what to do with Grenade, but it feels it's kind of lost its purpose. Hey, Robin, hello. Should I care about wheel on like 160 EK or just slap whatever? I mean, you do want to care a little bit. You don't want to go whatever. You have are you strong Exoriment and some HP? Yeah, I mean that is best. You want T1 Exoriment, that is like really very, very powerful. You definitely don't want to be skipping that. And then yeah, a lesser gem, ideally with some HP in it, or just whatever. Even resistances will be fine. Yeah, you definitely want to have that. Oh, nice crit wave there. Yeah, I think Empowerment is still good, and that's probably the best Revelation perk you've got now, because obviously Gift and Avatar not so good. Maybe for bossing Avatar. And Grenade mid, right? So Divine Empowerment is probably your best Revelation perk. But then you have, Ballistic Mastery and Positional Tactics, which are pretty good. But they are unfortunately in the quadrants they don't really care for because of the Gift of Life and Avatar, which aren't really all that useful when hunting. At 1% chances, something. Yeah, to be honest, I get that. What I looked at it and I did think it was kind of PoE like, but of course, in classic Tipsoft fashion, it's just so scuffed that it's never going to be used. Even though it's kind of fun. Like I really like it. But I just know that nobody will be using it because, yeah, it's not good enough. Any recommendation where to go with 300 MS? Some easy spots to learn MS after rebalance. Easy spots. Warzone 5, maybe? I feel like Warzone 5 would be a pretty good spot to learn. Bookworld, probably too. Yeah, where Hyena's still, Grim Reaper's still okay. Just to get a feel for different layouts. Should be easy enough. Decent for bossing, you think? 1% chance on a spell? Triggers one every 3 minutes or something. So in a boss fight, it'll trigger like 5 times. I don't know. On a big boss fight, anyway. Distance fighting, very important. If you're not attached to your paladin, your character, then yeah, by all means, buy a higher skilled one. Now with Otito, you all have a high high distance fighting, so it doesn't really matter. Like, obviously, Otito's going to scale even harder the higher your distance is, but now, like, even a paladin with 80 distance is pretty damn strong. ED with 74 magic level and level 300, 130 okay to play. Yeah, sure. That's a fine magic level. I mean, if you really want to play it and you've got a little bit of money to spend in the next one day, then I would, because it will make it a lot nicer. And there's not going to be a double for 2 months, so you're not going to get to train for 2 months with the bonus. So if you are set on playing the druid, yeah, by all means, do. It's fine magic level, but of course, if you just stick one 8-hour rod on it, it's probably going to get up to like 86 or 87 or something. Well, maybe not quite that high, maybe like 83 or 84. Still giga worth. Dream Wand until 200. I'm gonna use Dream Wand until 220. I don't know. I don't know about meta. I don't think there's much in it between this one and Spike Sword. I just wanted to have a more realistic itemization. I didn't want to have to go for like the twinked out gear because, you know, people complain. But I think it's very, very close between the Spike Sword and the Dream Blossom Wand. I think it's totally fine to go Dream Blossom Wand. Just an alternative character? Then don't worry about it. That's a fine magic level to play around and have fun. 104, 10 RP I want to play something I should focus on? Nope. Just use the Ethereal Barrage with Otito as your rotation and Mass San, and it's going to be very good. Nothing too interesting, nothing too fancy. 7.5% stronger than Kamas at full proficiency. That's actually fairly significant. If you're actually going to need an energy weapon, then yeah, pretty good. How much more attack does it have? Two more attack and 2 more fist. Seems kind of low. Seems kind of low for a 600 more level requirement weapon. Tipsoft is very stingy on the attack values when it comes to the monk. But if it's still 7.5% better, then the proficiency must be pretty damn good. Yeah, they could totally undo it and it would be fine. I am really interested to see if Tipsoft caves and actually buffs monks properly, or if they're just gonna be like, nah, it's fine. It seems like they want to go down there, it's fine route. We shall see. It's, or if they're gonna pull the, you know, the move where the customers are wrong, you know. like principal sinner in The Simpsons. You know, are the players out of touch? Am I out of touch? No, it's the players who are wrong. Fuck the players. That's right. That's where I'm thinking they're more gonna go in that direction. I don't think they're gonna buff the monk. I think they will eventually realize there's bugs and they'll fix the bugs and nerf everybody else, and that'll be that. I'm really not expecting many monk buffs. It's just probably not going to be as behind other vocations as it is now. There has to be a worse class. Well, yes. There has to be a worse class at everything. Like, there has to be a class that's worse at bossing. There's got to be a class that's worse at solo hunting. There's got to be a class that's worse at team hunting. I don't believe that there has to be a class that is worse at everything. You know, there should be trade-offs. You're good at bossing like the paladin. Perhaps you shouldn't be also the best team hunter and the best solo hunter. Right? Because why else would you play any other vocation? I feel if they want to have paladin be the best boss in the game with the Ixori Con and stuff, I feel like they should never be the best solo hunter or best team hunter, for example. That's just me. What the fuck do I know? Jack of all trades, master of none? Sure, but that doesn't really fit the monk anymore, does it? Because he's jack of no trades, master of no trades, just bang, average / bad at everything. Now he's the master of complaining, indeed. When pressing up and right, you'd like it to do a diagonal step. It's been requested a lot. Yeah, I think if they provide it as an option, because I feel like it might mess me up sometimes, you know? Imagine getting paralyzed and trying to walk out and accidentally pressing 2 buttons at once and doing a diagonal and taking 10 seconds to get out of the paralyzed lock. Please no. Look at this nice profit. It's a nice hunting ground. And we're on for about 700k profit per hour. Just cover full map and get big Bimmer speed buff that counters paralyze. Easy. Especially on a low level, where paralyze is the deadliest. Just make sure to discover the whole game. No probs. Yeah, monk can't even win at complaining, dude. Paladins complain so effectively. They got a 40% distance buff, no downsides, for free. Monk has a long way to go. Monk mains have a long way to go before they can accomplish this kind of feat by complaining, dude. They trying, though. They trying their best. You look at the forums, they trying to mimic the fraction of Paladin's power when it comes to complaining. They learning. Will they succeed? Remains to be seen. Can someone on Twitch ban this Kirawulsa dude? Is there any mod on Tiger? Can you ban him? Seems like some sort of weird bot. Map discovery requires high level. Sounds like a weak excuse. You did it on a 250. Yeah, it's not just about the difficulty though. It's also I understand, but it's not just about the difficulty. It's also about the time investment, right? Discovering a region on like a level 600 or 500 versus on the 200, even if it's easy, it's a big difference in time taken. We're gonna have to finish soon. Let me see if there's anything, any break point. No, we're not close to a level. Not close to any bestiaries. I think I'm just gonna run out after this lap, and I gotta finish. I think I should be able to stream tomorrow, maybe tomorrow afternoon. We shall see. It'll be the post double blues. We'll either be doing maybe some accesses on this guy. I'm gonna have a quick check before I finish the stream which accesses I need to do on this guy. For the level 200 recordings. We'll make a quick list. But I'll probably be playing the big sorcerer, so to speak. This big level 500 high level uber endgame sorcerer. When are we expecting summer update? I think probably the 13th. 13th or 14th. I don't think next week yet. I think the week after, most likely. It's the same principle as hunting fiendish creatures. You can't do it at low level. It's yeah, exactly. Yeah, fiendish and discovery is kind of similar. All right, that was a decent hunt. Down to 3730 stamina, 193. I'll probably play a little bit more this evening. Maybe pick up another 2 free levels, and then probably get that 200 tomorrow morning. Before SS. Get an extra hour with maybe stamina and boost, because I've only used 1 boost today, so I still have the 45 boost available. Probably pop that tomorrow morning together with a stamina. 707 is this week. Okay, well, sure, sure, Paprika, sure. All right, yes. In that case, yes. I think it's going to be next week. How does it feel to have the weight of the entire English-speaking Tibia community on your shoulders? I think that's a slight exaggeration. I don't know. Doesn't feel like anything. It's nice. It's nice to have so many people tune in and watch. It's a privilege. I'm very happy with how the channel has grown, especially since the Monk release. When I managed to bait so many people into the Monk, great success. Great success indeed. Hopefully, it'll be the same for the 6th vocation, if or when that comes. All right, let's go back on the dummy. I have a weapon for 2.6k charges, so about another 90 minutes. Not going to get another magic level. We'll probably have 94 now, so we'll probably have like 94 and a half or so when this double finishes. And then we'll probably just progress up to level. I'll probably end up having like 100 magic level at level 400, which I think is pretty standard. I'm not planning to use any more exercise weapons on this guy probably ever, other than like the weeklies, obviously. All right, let me just take a quick look on Tibia Pal and see what quests I need to do for level 200 spots. Let me open up my letter. So I definitely need to finish a Pirate's Tale rep grind to access the ship. What else do we have? Hive? Oh, I'm not. I gotta be checking Hive though. I've got to be checking if Hive Stage 3 is ever open on Kalanta. I have no idea. I would like to test Hive Stage 3. Crumbling Caverns. So we need to do a book, but the book quest. Where's the book quest? Between the Lines. We'll need to do that one. Secret Serpents. 20 miles beneath the surface or whatever it's called. I think that's it. I think that's everything I've got for level 200. Looking further on, I've got to finish Inquisition, but that's kind of a service. Crypt Warriors. I will need to do Crypt Warriors, which means I need to do... I'm going to have to do Scarlet, Oberon, and Droom, right? For that, to have Crypt Warriors. Or can I access the Crypt Warrior respawn without having Droom and Scarlet? I think I'll need to do it, right? I'll need to do the trio. Postman. Yeah, no Postman. Okay, that doesn't look too bad, actually. I think the worst thing that we've got to do here is this Pirate's Tale rep grind. So, you know what? For a good start, let's go and do the memory game real quick. And then we'll finish the stream. Let's see if there's someone streaming on Twitch that we can raid out to. Rubinos! Rubinos is on. Rubinos is on. We'll go to Rubinos. I see Kai is streaming as well, but fuck that guy. Hello, Kai, if you're watching. I'm just kidding. Don't invade me, please. We'll go to Rubinos, I guess. But still, a couple minutes. Hello, Robert. Hello, yo. Let's do this beautiful quest. One day I'm gonna need to practice the rat mission or whatever it is, the one that you have to go and like you can get kicked out, like when you have to like avoid the patrols and stuff. Really hard. The maze. I don't know if it's the maze. Yeah, but that is the one I'm thinking of, but I don't know what that mission is called. I've managed to complete it like once in my life, but this is primarily why I hate this quest. If I knew how to do it effectively, then it wouldn't be too bad to do this. I saw your EK guide to try and get a soul weapon and 400. Yep. How much is a soul sword usually? I don't know. I think it's probably around 150 now these days. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the prices right now. Stealth mission. Yeah, maybe stealth mission. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh yeah, I wanna do the rep here. Doing this is like 24 times the memory game. Hate it. It's so boring. If it was a bit faster. It'd be better, but it's so slow. About 200 KK for Soul Shredder? Okay. Still holding price pretty well. What server is the Sorcerer? It's Kalanta. I have both my Sorcerers on Kalanta. Yeah, Sorcerer, all good. Having a good time. On this baby Sorcerer, I'm just really looking forward to getting level 290 or so. Well, I'm really looking forward to unlocking Death Echo Tier 2. So here, this one, or this one, doesn't matter. Still need a little bit. Still need another 50 levels or something. No, more like 70 more levels. That's when Sorcerer really, really becomes fun. Is it very low population? It's not very low population. It is low pop, but not very low pop. It's not as empty as like Bravoria or Sonira. Like we were hitting some records the other day. I think yesterday or the day before. We were hitting online records of like high 300s. So, you know, not super duper popular, but it's got a healthy population. What'd you get from this? Is just a reputation grind because you need to. One sec. You need to get 1,200 trust points of reputation on this island to get access to Ratmiral and the ship. It's the pirate respawn that I want to make a guide for. Each memory game gives you 50 points, so you need to do it 24 times to get that 1,200. All right, here's the last one. But you can do other tasks as well. You've got a cheese task, which gives you 200. You've got a stealth task, which gives you 200. And obviously, that's then a lot faster. But the cheese task you can't do solo, and the stealth mission is very difficult. Quickest way to get 300 Ormond's point, in your opinion, if you're doing it solo with no help whatsoever, then communication task, i.e. the collars, is the fastest. If you can get someone to sell you the task, then you can do the probing task, but they need to sell you pre-prepared 300 probes that you can go and then do yourself. All right. We're going to end. Hello. Include. Hello, Include. I'm just about to finish, actually. I'm just about to finish. Lovely to see you, though. Lovely to see you, Include. Maybe you can pop in next time, but I gotta go. My kids are about to get home. So yeah, I'm gonna send you out to I hate the stealth mission. Feel like I get caught out for no reason half the time. Yeah, I know. Me too. Me too. Me too. It's really awful. All right, awesome, Include. Okay, I'm gonna send you off to Rubenos on Twitch. Although there's an ad break in progress. So you know what? I'm going to wait 1 minute for the ad break to finish so I can milk the total ad revenue as much as I can. And I'll send you out in 1 minute. Gotta get that bag. I'm sorry. I've got to get that bag. You know how it is. Yeah, there's an ad break on Twitch. So we're going to wait it out. Yeah. Gotta get that 10 cents or whatever it is. And yeah, my next stream will probably be tomorrow afternoon, 2 p.m. European, maybe something like that. Yeah, so we'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow at some point, and then throughout the week we'll have to see. We'll take it each day at a time. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed your double. Still got one more day. Behave yourselves, and yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough tomorrow after all the buffs have gone off, all the rates are lowered. But anyways, yes, thanks for watching, everybody. As always, thanks so much. Let's raid Rubenos on Twitch. Great guy. Great bounty enjoyer such as myself. And I'll just end the stream everywhere else, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Have a good rest of the weekend. Bye bye.